Hey everybody, how you all doing? Sir Stevie here, bringing you a new video. In the video today, everybody, what I thought I'd do is something a teensy bit different, and I thought I would do a review of the new PS4 DualShock 4 back button attachment. For those of you that aren't familiar, this is basically like having paddles on the back of your controller where you can customize them to allocate different buttons to them, that sort of thing. I'll get into more detail later on in the video, but I thought I'd just bring a little bit of a review to you guys, seeing as I have it. If you're new to the channel, feel free to drop a subscribe, drop a like, it'd be really appreciated. I'm closing in on 2,000 subscribers, so any little bit of help that you could provide would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the details of this thing, the review, how you allocate it, how you change the customization options, that sort of thing. So now that we've taken it out of the box, this is basically how you attach it onto the controller. Obviously, it goes in via the audio jack, so all you have to do is basically align it with the audio jack, plug it in, and then it basically just slots into place. It's really straightforward. Obviously, it's not going to be overcomplicated, anything like that. It does sometimes take, you have to sort of get the right angle at it, but yeah, it's really straightforward to attach, and then you just see that it almost clicks into place, so pretty straightforward in all honesty, and that's just what it looks like on the back as well, and obviously you can see the paddles. And there, you'll also see the headphone jack for where you can plug your headset in as well. So now coming into the final part, this is basically just assigning what buttons you want on each paddle. So you press the black button on the back, that shows what you've currently got assigned. If you then press it again, you can then enable your customization options. To change it, you just simply use the paddles to cycle through. Once you're then happy with the option that you've selected, you basically then just press the button again, like you see on screen here, and that saved it. Once it goes blank again, obviously then, if you want to change it again, you just press it once more, and then you can change the options again. So it's really straightforward. There's nothing overcomplicated with this. I really like how Sony have just, it sounds simple, but it's something that, you know, some companies might overcomplicate, that sort of thing. So it's really straightforward, as you've seen there, how easy it is to get set up, that sort of thing. What I thought I'd do now is just go through a little review of how it feels in your hand, that sort of thing, a review, that sort of thing, a little bit more in depth. So coming into the first part of the review, I just thought I'd gloss over the price point first, that sort of thing. So as we know, this thing basically for me, it costs $25.99. This is a massive, massive saving compared to some of the customizable controller companies out there. Some of them can cost well over in excess of $200, £200. So already you're looking at about 10-20% of the cost, that sort of thing. Especially when you consider the fact that some of these controllers will be out of date in a sense in a year or so. What with next gen consoles coming out, I'd imagine in the next year or so, that sort of thing. So if you're sort of on the fence, this is probably the option for you, what with it having such a low price point. So coming into the final part of the review for this controller, this is basically the overall feel, that sort of thing. One thing I thought I'd just mention as well, obviously with the paddles themselves, they do take a little bit of getting used to. I'm not fully used to them just yet. You know, it is a bit of a change going from pressing circle on the controller to remembering that now I'm meant to be using these paddles. But I remember when I first saw the controller itself advertised, I thought this thing looks quite clunky, it looks quite big. After holding it in my hand, having it on the controller and unboxing it, it's actually just the right size. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was and what it looked like in the photos. You know, it is quite small, but it's a good small. It doesn't take up too much of the controller. It's just right. In terms of the overall sensitivity, the buttons, they feel just right as well. Maybe a teensy bit on the sensitive side, maybe a bit more on the sensitive side, but it's not as if I'd prefer that than you having to really push down on these buttons. The last thing you want to be doing is you quickly need to, say, jump over a hurdle in a game or something like that, and instead you don't press the button hard enough, that sort of thing. You can rest your hands on them without pressing the buttons. It's not, as I said, it's not like they're overly sensitive, that sort of thing. But yeah, overall, I'd say that they're just perfect for me. Obviously, thank you so much for choosing to watch the video, guys. I hope this review's been of some use to you. As I said, if you are new around here or if you haven't done so, feel free to drop a sub, drop a like. It'd be really appreciated. Closing in on that 2,000 subscriber mark. But yeah, I'll leave it there for today, everybody. Thank you as always for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye for now.